My name is Arun. I'm 85 years old. I didn't plan to say this out loud. I just reached a point where keeping it inside started to feel louder than speaking. There's a moment late at night when the house finally settles, when even the walls seem tired. That's when certain memories stop waiting their turn. They come anyway. Not sharply, just steadily, like they've been patient long enough. I've lived a long life, long enough to forget some things completely, long enough to remember others with uncomfortable clarity. I worked for most of it, showed up, did what was expected. People used to say I was reliable. I think they meant I was predictable. I wore that like a compliment. There was a time when I believed words could wait, that important things would announce themselves when they truly mattered. I didn't rush conversations. I postponed them. I thought that was maturity. I remember the day clearly, not because anything dramatic happened. That's the part that still surprises me. It was an ordinary afternoon, light coming through the window at the wrong angle, tea gone cold beside me. She stood near the door, not fully inside the room, not fully leaving either. She said something small, careful, the kind of sentence people practice before saying. I heard it, I understood it, and I didn't respond the way I should have. I corrected something instead, a detail, a tone. I focused on being right because it felt safer than being honest. She nodded once, just once. That nod has stayed with me longer than her voice ever did. The apology formed later, not immediately. It grew slowly, like something alive. At first it was vague, then it had shape, then it had weight. I replayed the moment, adjusted my words in my head, softened them, stripped them down, made them sound sincere. I told myself I'd say it when the timing was better. Timing has a strange way of pretending it belongs to us. Days turned into weeks, weeks into years. We spoke, but never about that. Life filled the space instead. Work, family things, practical conversations. The apology waited quietly in the background, aging as I did. I carried it with me through different houses, different seasons. It matured, I suppose, became heavier, more precise, harder to say aloud without shaking something loose. Then one day, the chance to say it didn't exist anymore. Not dramatically, just gone, like a chair removed from a room when you weren't looking. People assume regret is loud, that it announces itself. For me, it was quiet. It showed up in small ways, in how I avoided certain songs, in how I paused before answering questions no one was asking anymore. Now, at 85, I understand something I didn't then. Not in a clever way, just in a tired one. Some words don't expire, but they do change. They become heavier with time, less about the other person, more about what you couldn't carry alone. The apology didn't disappear. It stayed. It aged with me. It sits somewhere inside, not sharp anymore, just present, like an old ache you don't mention because it's become part of how you stand. I don't know who this is for. Maybe it's just for the room. Maybe it's for me. I only know that saying it now feels different than saying nothing ever did. If you're listening, you don't need to do anything with this. You can just sit with it for a moment, or leave it here with me. That's enough.